Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to Arabic Aid, an educational program aimed at introducing you to Arabic language and teaching you how to read, write, and communicate in Arabic. In our last episode, we learned about the first 4 letters of Huruful Arabiya, including writing and Makhaarij or pronunciation. If you missed it, please visit Al-Huda TV Kenya on YouTube and check episode 2. While you are there, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment to spread the class. In this lesson 3 of Arabic Aid, we are going to learn 3 new letters of Huruful Arabiya that will also emphasize more on why you should pay close attention to written Arabic. For our learning resources, we have created for you an Arabic alphabetical chart as an important resource. The chart contains the Arabic alphabets and their transliterations on the other side and tracing letters on the other side. You can download the chart from the link attached to our description below and laminate it for use in our classes. Our lessons will be divided into 3 sections for ease of understanding and learning. Section 1 will focus on letter recognition, reading, and Makhaarij. Section 2 will focus on Arabic writing exercises. Section 3 will be a summary of the lesson and a small quiz to help you gauge yourself. But before we start today's lesson, let us remind ourselves of the letters we read in episode 2. Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha. Always practice these letters to memorize them, and all will be easy as we progress, inshallah. Now, back to lesson 3. Section 1, letter to recognition, reading, and Makhaarij. On the screen, we have 3 letters of Huruful Arabiya. All of them have similar shape. Remember that Arabic language is read and written beginning from the right side of the page going to the left, which is different from how you read and write in English and Kiswahili. If you look on your chart, these letters on my screen are the ones that we will be working on in our lessons today. Always start any Arabic activity from the right going to the left. The first letter on the screen is Jiim. To recognize Jiim, think of a hook with a flat handle on it. However, all the other letters are of the similar shape as Jiim. So, how do you know Jiim? Jiim is identified by a single dot found in the middle in its natural form. Where is the Makhaarij for letter Jiim? By looking at our diagram, we see the Makhaarij for Jiim is at the tongue. Jiim is pronounced by placing the middle of the tongue on the middle of the mouth, palate, and sounding it out. Jiim, Jiim, Jiim. The English equivalent of Jiim is letter J in jam, jingle, In other words, you should be able to pronounce Jiim accurately in Arabic language. Jiim is followed by Hha, which is also recognizable by its similar hook shape. But as you can see, Hha has no dot at all, and that is how it is identified from Jiim. Where is the Makhaarij for Hha? I mean Makhaarij for Hha. By looking at our diagram, we see the Makhaarij for Hha is at the throat. Particularly the middle of the throat. Hha is produced from the middle of the throat by gently pushing out some air. Hha, Hha, Hha. The sounding of Hha has no equivalent in English language. It is usually confused with Ha, but they are not the same. Ha is a sound that you'll need to practice a lot on for you to get it right. Ha is followed by Kha. Kha is identified by a dot on top. Where is the Makhaarij for Kha? From the diagram, we see the Makhaarij for Kha is also at the throat. Kha is produced using the lower part of the tongue touching the upper side of the throat or larynx. Kha, Kha, Kha. Kha is also not a common sound in English, and when used, people avoid it for letter K or H. Example, khat, people say cat. And in khutbah, people say khutbah. It is a letter that needs your close attention and practice to pronounce accurately. That concludes our lesson of section 1 of the lesson. But before we take a break, let us read the letters together. Jiim, Hha, Kha, Jiim, Hha, Kha. Once again, Jiim, Hha, Kha. Pay close attention to Hha and Kha when it comes to Makhaarij, and you will be able to be well on your way to mastering spoken Arabic, inshallah. Let us take a short break and we'll be back with section 2 of Arabic Aid. Welcome back to section 2 of our lesson today, in which we are going to do some writing exercises. By this time, I hope you have an exercise book to practice your writing apart from the alphabetical chart that we provided you with. Remember, you can download the chart and laminate it for use in this class. Get the link from the description below. The chart contains both Arabic alphabets and their transliteration on the one side and tracing letters on the other side to help you in writing. So our writing exercise involves writing letters Jiim, Hha, and Kha in their natural form. We will also be identifying what type of alphabet each letter is. Since all our letters have the same shape, being able to write one letter, you should be able to write the other. Remember, you always write the shape first before you put the dots. So to write letter Jiim, we will start by making the shape, and then finally we put one dot in the middle. Hha and Kha are written the same, but Hha has no dot at all, while Kha here has a dot on top. Now, dear learners, let us write the letters practically. With me here, I have the tracing paper, and I'm going to put the tracing paper and start writing the first letter here, which is Jiim. Like I told you, this middle line here is our imaginary line. So you start from here, you go all the way, you make a small arc, and then you make another big arc here up to there. Don't forget to write a dot in the middle to indicate that whatever you have written is letter Jiim. Now, for the other letters, it's very easy to write. Since you know how to write letter Jiim, writing the other remaining two letters, which are Hha and Kha, it is easy. You just do the same way you did with letter Jiim. But remember, as you're writing letter Hha, after having written it like Jiim, you do not write any dot. For letter Kha here, because all the three letters, they look similar and they have the same shape, you write letter Kha the way you wrote letter Jiim and letter Hha, but this time round, do not forget to write a dot on top to indicate that the letter you have just written is letter Kha. You can be able to know that this letter has a dot here, this one does not have any dot, while this one has a dot on top. Now, let us identify the dotted and undotted letters. Starting with Jiim, is it dotted or undotted? How about Hha? Is it harf manqut or غير manqut? And finally, Kha. Which type of a letter is it? On the screen is a table showing the category of each letter we have done so far. On the undotted side, we have Alif and Ha. While on the undotted side, we have Ba, Ta, Tha, Jiim, and Kha. This exercise is meant to help you master the two types of letters because it is important you know them from the beginning. Let us take a short break and we will be back with section 3 of Arabic Aid. Section 3, Summary and Quiz. Welcome to section 3, which summarizes what we have learned today. We have looked at letters Jiim, Ha, and Kha of Huruful Arabiya. We have also looked at their Makhaarij and identified that Ha and Kha are letters that need a lot of practice to pronounce them accurately. We have done a writing exercise of the letters in their natural form, and finally, we have placed each letter in dotted or undotted category. Every aspect of learning Arabic language is important, be it letter recognition, reading, writing, or Makhaarij. So always practice them all together if you can. Finally, It is time for our small quiz. Are you ready? Let us see how you are going to score. Have you scored on the quiz? If you have scored all the 6 questions, congratulations, you're way beyond expectation. If you have scored 5 out of 6, you are reaching expectation. If you have scored 4 and below, you have a big room for improvement, and with a little more determination and interest, you are going to perform well as we proceed. This lesson is available on our YouTube channel for you to resit for it for as much as you need to understand it. Remember to join on our Google Class platform for more practice if you can. This brings us to the end of our program today. See you in the next lesson, inshallah. I have been your teacher, Ustad Yusuf Saeed Al-Khattat. Until then, ma'as salama.